I got a surprise for you. I went ahead, got 100 points in the parabox. So that means, yes, Project E is in reach. I already unlocked it. We are going to be skipping over mystical agriculture for now. I do still want to get into it. It's very important that we do. It's going to make things a lot easier for us in the future. But for now, I want Project E. And I want to go ahead and eventually, once I start getting the singularities under control and can mass produce them, I want to go ahead and get the Project E Adventure, which is its own map. And then once I get that, honestly, if I can get 250 points, getting another 100 to unlock everything else isn't going to be too hard. So look forward to that. We're going to be doing a whole Project E Adventure map. I am excited about that. But for now, I already went ahead and made a transmutation table. I already did a little recording, but I forgot to hit that record button. It's kind of the important part, you know? But I already went ahead. I was playing around with it a little bit. So if we run over here, I did a few little things, and that was to upgrade our system here for all of our items. And the only thing I did was change all the hoppers out to item ducts, and they're the vacuum item ducts. Our hoppers were backing up quite a bit. So we weren't getting the full production out of the blue mulch. It was just sitting inside of the hopper. And if you can't push more items out of the hopper bonsai pot, it just disappears. Nothing happens. The tree just keeps growing and growing and growing, even if you're not getting the items out of it. So it's important that, you know, we're making sure that we're getting all those items out and into the chest. So that should speed up our production quite a bit. As you see, we're getting quite a bit of material. You know, down here I have almost 40,000 resin just on the coal. That's amazing. But now we're moving in to Project E, and this is what's going to make our singularities quite amazing. Because if you don't know what Project E, I will do a little walkover. Everything is done through equal trade. Cobblestone has an EMC value of 1. So if I threw 32 cobblestone in here, I could get 1 oak wood out of it. So just keep that in mind. You know, the better items have a higher EMC value. Not everything has an EMC value either. Like our food source here does not have an EMC value. Our glitched infused armor does not have an EMC value. So those are things to keep in mind. And also, singularities sadly don't. That's not too bad though, because we can put in like the copper ingot, and then I can go ahead, take that out, put it into our quantum compressor, and make our singularities that way. Because I can just take out 10,000 copper ingots. Even if I don't have the amount of material to make 10,000 ingots, I can still go ahead and pull it out of the transmutation table. So that's going to be pretty great. And that leads me into some other stuff. There's stuff I want to get going, like this energy collector. I need some energy condensers. Probably may as well go all the way up to tier 2 on this. It's not too bad for us to get dark matter. It's a little steep. You know, we have to go ahead and get this top tier fuel source, but that's okay. And again, this is just its own little process. You know, we have to go through glowstone dust to get our alchemical coal, and then coal block. That turns it into our Mobius fuel, and so on and so forth. All right, so I got a little system set up. I'm making this Mobius fuel basically using the energy collector to put glowstone in. It's then making our Mobius fuel. And then it will automatically pull the Mobius fuel in and start making something else just like so, but that's not what I want right now. Currently, I have this over here, which is an antimatter array. I'm putting iron blocks in there just because I have a ton of it, and it's just converting it into energy, and it's automatically pumping it over into here. So whenever I want, we can actually take another stack of glowstone. That wouldn't hurt, and you see it's automatically making our fuel source. Okay, so I've been working towards getting this fuel source here, and that requires us to have an energy collector. I do want to go up into tier 3 of each of these. So I have an energy collector Mach 1 and an antimatter array Mach 1. So basically what I'm doing here is this will automatically collect energy. It will just by itself start producing energy very slowly. But having an antimatter array, I have a ton of iron blocks in here just because I duped them over time with the parabox. So I have about 3,000 iron blocks. It's pretty great. So I'm using this as my energy source. It's pumping over all of this energy into here, so it's going much quicker than if I were to take this away. And basically, I started off, I threw some glowstone in here, and it turned it all into this Mobius fuel. And as you see, now it's taking the Mobius fuel, turning it into the alchemical coal block, and then that in return gives us this fuel source. So this is the one I need so that I can go ahead and start making our dark matter, because you need 8 surrounding a diamond block, gives you 1 dark matter. And to go up in the tiers of the energy collector, well, I need a dark matter, some glowstone, and an energy collector Mach 1. Then we move up into red matter, which is actually not too bad once you get this setup going. Early game, this would be horrible. This would take me a really long time to do. As you see, the Mach 3 takes about 700,000 EMC. And to get that, you know, it's, if you want to look at it this way, it's 700,000 cobblestone. So just think about, you know, achieving that. Especially in the beginning of the game, it's going to take you quite a while. But since I'm so far into this pack, you know, I got tons of stuff just lying around that I can just burn and, well, turn into stuff like this. So it works out really well. So I can take this out and start working towards getting our energy collector 3. And I also want to go ahead and get the dark matter 3. It's the same thing, just surrounded by obsidian. That's all. You know what the beautiful thing is? I really don't need to be doing all this, because now that we have the transmutation table, I can literally just put it in there and it's learned. And now I can just take out as many as I want. Now, given these are quite expensive, so it would be good to have an energy collector, you know, just continuously making something like this. You know, this stack right here, it's only 16 and it's a stack of 131,000 EMC. To have this being continuously produced would be quite amazing. So let's hope that the Mach 3 is a little better. I went ahead, made some dark matter. I probably could go ahead and throw this in there too now that I think about it, and I can. Wow, that's really expensive. It's 140,000 to make this. Okay, dark matter is not dupable in here. I can pull it all out, or I can put it in, and then that, I guess, gives me EMC. Alrighty, good to know. Anyhow, I can still pull out this fuel and make it. It's not hard to do at all. So let's go ahead. Let's get the Mach 3 version of each of these. Alright, so even with the Mach 3, it's still kind of slow. We're still going from the alchemical coal block into, you know, our top tier fuel source here. So it is kind of expected. So let's go ahead and get something to compare with. Alright, so let's compare this to glowstone. We have it, and it's going a lot faster than the tier 1 was, so I guess that's progress. And especially if I just leave it, it's the same as, you know, like these trees over here. You know, we don't have great mulch in them, but they're all full. That's because I forget about them, you know, they're there, it just runs all the time. Today is just not my day for recording here, guys. I lost about 50% of the episode just due to me not hitting the record button. So I will give you a little recap, and it's actually pretty sweet because behind me is, well, the thumbnail, and I'm back here halfway through editing. And if we turn around, we can check things out. I went ahead, as you see, I have 15 million EMC in here. That's not including what the red matter blocks that are behind me. Red matter blocks, if we take a look, are 1.8 million EMC. So yeah, if you calculate that out, it's about 63 million EMC that we have available. And I will be probably running the parabox again, duping all of that, and we'll probably start the episode out with about 300 million EMC. Definitely giving us the ability to get into our singularities. And that's pretty much all I did. I kind of played around with things, did nothing really special. You know, I was playing with the energy condenser. That's a cool box. I like that. But that's really all I had for this episode. We got into Project E. That's a huge achievement. It took me a long time to get all those points to unlock it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And as always, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and if you really enjoy this series and the rest of my content, please consider subscribing. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.